we have acetone, acetoacetate, and beta hydroxybutyrate. So when are the ketone bodies produced in the body? See, basically for the production of energy, our body is dependent on glucose, isn't it? So in case of diabetes mellitus and in case of starvation, okay, in case of fasting where glucose is not available in the blood circulation, then body will start utilizing the stored fats. Okay, so the store, that means the fatty acids in our body are mobilized and they are broken down to form the three ketone bodies. Okay, what are those? Acetone, acetoacetate, and beta hydroxybutyrate. Okay, so let me check what is the answer. So the ketogenesis is production of ketone bodies, ketolysis is breakdown of ketone bodies. Okay. So both the things is together you call it as ketone metabolism. Can you tell me the page number, beta? Ritika, Iman.
Oh, what one?
Ketone bodies. Ketone bodies. This is beta oxidation. Yes, I got it. This page will be better. 296 page.
Page 295.
It starts from 295. Okay. So ketone bodies, see the compounds called acetone, acetoacetate, and beta hydroxybutyrate. These are the three ketone bodies we have. You need not learn the structures. So whenever our body is in starvation, fasting, and diabetes mellitus, these are the three common conditions under which the fatty acids are mobilized, and you will see the production of these ketone bodies. That is ketogenesis. So in ketogenesis, we have this acetyl-CoA and acetyl-CoA. These acetyl-CoAs are actually synthesized. Where did we see this acetyl-CoA as end product? Like citric acid cycle.
Okay, citric acid cycle.
Citric acid cycle. So there you will see the two acetyl-CoA molecules are uniting to form acetoacetyl-CoA. Then acetoacetyl-CoA is with the help of HMG-CoA synthase, it is forming beta hydroxy, beta methyl glutaryl-CoA, HMG-CoA. From there we have acetoacetate, then acetone and beta hydroxybutyrate. 1, 2, 3. All these three are ketone bodies. So that's what is ketogenesis. Now, if you go with ketolysis, the same cycle will be reversed. Okay, metabolism. So first step you have this beta hydroxybutyrate, then we have acetoacetate, acetoacetyl-CoA, acetyl-CoA, acetyl-CoA. Here we have acetyl-CoA as the first thing. Okay, acetoacetate, like the cycle will be reversed. Okay, enzymes also will be changed. So this is ketolysis or nothing but the utilization of ketone bodies. So utilization of ketone bodies, production of ketone bodies is actually not safe. Because suppose if ketone bodies are increasing in the blood circulation, we call this condition as ketonemia. Once these ketone bodies increase in the blood, they start get excreting in the urine also, you call it as ketonuria. So ketonemia, ketonuria, together we call it as diabetic ketoacidosis. Okay, diabetic ketoacidosis. So ketoacidosis is actually very dangerous. So ketoacidosis, patient usually presents with coma, sometimes even death if not treated in time. Okay, so rapid treatment of diabetic ketoacidosis is required to correct the abnormal, like metabolic abnormalities. So how to do this? Basically, insulin is deficient, because of which, though glucose is available in the blood, it is not transported to the tissues. So we are just giving insulin. So intravenous insulin is given, and so that glucose is now made available to the tissues for the utilization, so that utilization of fatty acids is minimized. Hence, production of ketone bodies is also minimized. So inhibition of ketogenesis. That's how we have to treat ketoacidosis. Otherwise, patient like high levels of ketone bodies in the blood will lead to coma and even death. Very dangerous condition. Okay. So summary of ketone body synthesis, utilization, excretion is given here like this. Basically, I told you the fatty acids are being mobilized. So fatty acids, they are going into citric acid cycle. The end product is now acetyl-CoA, acetyl-CoA, acetyl-CoA. They join to form ketone bodies. So these ketone bodies are now entering into blood circulation. They may, if they enter into the kidneys, they get excreted in urine, that is ketonuria. They are excreted in the lungs also, that is the fruity odor is found in the breath of diabetic patients because the acetone is released from their breath. Okay, that is acetone is one of the ketone bodies. So the ketone bodies now they are utilized to the muscles also where it starts getting utilized, and from ketone, that is ketolysis, you will see the production of ATP is now taking place from ketone bodies. So that is extrahepatic tissue. So this is all the story about ketone bodies. Okay, that is our first answer here. So metabolism, that means you have to talk about ketogenesis, then ketolysis, and to talk about ketone body detection in the urine, we have a test called as Rothera's test, where sulfur is sprinkled in the urine. If sulfur particles are sinking, then it shows it has ketone bodies. If it is floating, then it shows ketone bodies are not there. Okay, it will be given in your lab manual, biochemistry. Just check, it will be 2 to 3 lines, that's it. Okay, so HMP shunt we did recently. Now, can you tell me what is the significance of HMP shunt? I told you so many times. Imad, HMP shunt, what is the significance we have?
Formation of pentose sugars,
Yeah, very good.
and it is the precursor of amino acids.
Yeah. Yeah, very good, better. So that you just revise tomorrow, it may come, but anyhow, metabolisms you do not have, right? You have only first section. Okay, better.
No,
Okay. Then specificity of enzymes. What do you mean by specificity of enzymes? Just check the page number, better. Meanwhile, I'll tell you.
yes.
Specificity. Enzymes are very specific in their function. Like glucokinase, it will act only on glucose. Hexokinase, that means it can act on fructose and also glucose. Okay. Specificity means they will act on specific substrate. So specificity of enzyme action.
Page number 98.
Okay, thank you, Vita. Ritika. Okay, but I'll send you the recorded lecture, don't worry. Okay, got it. So where were we, Vita? What is the page number you said?
Page number 98.
Okay, just a minute. See here, 98 enzyme specificity. Okay, this is of course. Yeah, here we have better on this page. This one, page number 95, Imad.
Okay, ma'am. Yep, in your
Yeah.
book it might be 90.
Okay, fine, no problem. So we have stereo specificity and reaction specificity, substrate specificity. Okay. So stereo specificity is like specifically the enzymes are acting only on one type of isomers. Like there is an optical isomerism. We have L isomers and D isomers. So suppose if they are acting on only D isomers or L isomers, then you call them as stereo specificity. Few examples are given like L amino acid oxidase and D amino acid oxidase. They act only on L will be acting on L amino acid. D oxidase will be acting on D amino acid oxidase respectively. Like that, few examples are given, that is stereo specificity. Then we have So what is the next specificity we have? Reaction specificity.
Reaction specificity.
Reaction, that means like it is specific on the substrate. I said no, like glucokinase will act only on glucose, isn't it? Like fructokinase will act only on fructose. Both are hexoses, but still they are specific on the substrate. That you call it as substrate specificity. So we have absolute and relative. Absolute is exactly glucokinase on glucose. Relative in the sense, if it is hexokinase, for example, it can act on glucose and it can also act on fructose. So that is called as relative substrate specificity. Okay. Then broad specificity in the sense some enzymes act closely related substrates, like broad substrates like hexokinase, which is acting on glucose, fructose, mannose, okay, glucosamine, and not on galactose. That means many substrates, if the enzyme is able to act, then you call it as broad specificity. Okay, so that is all about specificity. So after specificity of enzyme action, we have high energy compounds. So this comes under biological oxidation chapter. So please check the page number. Meanwhile, I will also try to open biological oxidation. What is the normal energy compound we have? Biological oxidation. Please open. Did you open the page, Imad?
Page number 220.
Biological oxidation, 221 page.
220.
You have a table like this only. I will take you to that table. Are you on the page?
Yes, ma'am. 220. I am.
Yeah, you just check. Now see here, basically our body derives energy from ATP, no? So now if you look in
Yes.
in this table, the energy which is liberated from the breakdown of one ATP is 7 calories per mole. Okay, so this is the normal ATP which is giving us energy. So whatever compounds other than ATP also, we have many other energy compounds which can give us energy. So like phosphoenol pyruvate, PEP, carbamyl phosphate, cyclic AMP, 1,3-bis-phosphoglycerate and all these. So when you look into this table, so the energy which is generated by these phosphates is relatively higher when you compare with ATP. Okay, 7.78, 10.3, 11.8, 12, 14.8 like that. So these are called as high energy compounds. Now similarly, if the energy generated from certain compounds, if it is lower than 7.3, then you call it as low energy compounds. So now our question is high energy compounds. So now you have to keep ATP as a baseline. Above 7.3 is high energy compounds and below this is low energy compounds. Okay, beta, is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then next. Let's go with other question. Porphyrias, I told you many times, no beta? Acute intermittent porphyrias, that is
Yes,
heme
ma'am.
synthesis.
Acute intermittent.
During
Yes,
heme synthesis,
congenital.
yeah. Then functions and deficiencies of vitamin A. So basically, what is the deficiency we have with vitamin A, beta? I will open for vitamins.
Vitamin A, night blindness.
Very good. Yeah. What is the important function you have to talk about? Vision, no? Wald's visual cycle you have to talk about. Okay. Then it helps in the maintenance of normal epithelial tissue, oiliness of the tissue. If this vitamin A is not there, it will lead to dryness also, no? Xerophthalmia, dry eye,
Yes, ma'am. Ophthalmia.
keratomalacia, Bitot spots, isn't it? Okay.
Hmm.
So 116 page. Just I will show you the Waltz visual cycle. 60. This can come as an essay also for you tomorrow. Vitamin A. It's very important. See, we are not being asked functions, right? So under functions, biochemical functions, we have to talk about vision. So you also give this flowchart better. Okay, the transport and
Okay,
how
ma'am.
it is summary of vitamin A, absorption, transport and functions. Basically, we take in the diet either in the vegetarian form is beta carotene, non-vegetarian form is retinyl ester. So retinyl ester free fatty acids are liberated and then retinol it is entering into the intestinal cell. Finally, retinol it's converted to retinyl esters by the addition of free fatty acids which is transported in the form of chylomicrons and vitamin A is stored in the liver. In case our body is in need of vitamin A, this retinyl palmitate is now converted to retinol. This retinol, with the help of retinol binding protein, it's now moving to target cell. Like for example, our retina, where vision is there, isn't it? Our epithelial cells, where
Yes.
epithelial multiplication has to occur like that. So in the target cell, retinol is converted to retinoic acid. Okay, now it actually helps in transcription and translation. Formation of mRNA is transcription and formation of specific proteins is translation. That's why
Okay.
vitamin A is also considered as a hormone nowadays. Okay,
Yes,
vitamin
ma'am.
A, D, they are considered as hormones because they are acting more or less like hormones only. Okay, that is better. So apart from
Okay,
that,
ma'am.
the functions are retina, all trans retinol, all trans retinol, it helps in visual cycle. So this one more cycle is also there, Wald's visual cycle. You better practice this diagram better. You should draw this and give you explanation in your own words. Okay. So the changes
Okay, ma'am.
of this retinol, how it is taking place inside the rods. Okay, so that is more important. So apart from the vision, the other like functions have been listed out. Other functions, you just go with this. Other functions, it acts as a steroid hormone, maintenance of healthy epithelial tissue, synthesis of certain glycoproteins, okay, synthesis of transferrin, which is iron transport protein. It is essential for maintenance of proper
Yes, ma'am.
immune system. Okay, cholesterol synthesis and carotenoids. That those are antioxidants. That means they will kill the free radicals. Okay, so that is what is asked now for your.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, better. Next is fatty acid synthase complex. This fatty acid synthase complex, I'll give you one code also to remember. Do you remember anything that I did I give you any code like that previously?
I'm not sure, ma'am. Fatty
Okay,
acid.
okay, fatty acid synthase complex. There is a multi-enzyme complex better. 285 page is chapter number. See here, basically fatty acid synthase, see here better, just look at the screen. Synthesis of palmitic acid, palmityl-CoA is such a lengthy and headache cycle, most of the times it won't be asked, nothing to worry. Okay,
Okay,
definitely,
ma'am.
most of the times it's not asked, but whatever enzymes are involved here, no, they will be asked because palmitate, it will contain so many carbon compounds, no, I don't remember much. Maybe it is 16 carbon compounds. So for the addition of those many carbons, you will see the multi-enzyme complex, whatever complex you are finding in this boxes type, that multi-enzyme complex will be working in to and fro direction. That means from if you 3 prime 5 prime if you consider in the DNA structure like that I'm telling it is working in two different directions. So now you have to remember this is fatty acid synthase multi-enzyme complex. Okay, so if you just look at
Okay.
this enzyme sequence and this enzyme sequence, it will be in the reverse direction. See, keto acyl synthase has come in the end. Acetyl transacylase, it's here. Malonyl is here. Then dehydratase, then enoyl, then ketoenoyl, then ACP, then transesterase. That means one is working in two direction, the other is working in four direction. That means continuous adding of carbon atoms and lengthening of the chain of the palmitic acid is taking place for the formation of palmitic acid, in fact. Okay, so this is fatty acid
Yes, ma'am.
multi-enzyme synthase complex. The code what we have is CAM, K-A-M, CAM, DECA, D-E-K-A, DECA, T, CAM, DECA, T. Okay, just reverse it, CAM, DECA, T.
Okay.
It's easy for you to remember. Okay, then just read once, you will easily
Yes.
understand. Okay, then we have variations now. Enzyme deficits. Galactosemia, Niemann Pick's disease. We can just refer beta page numbers and check what is the enzyme which is defective
Okay.
here. Okay. Then specific dynamic action is after we eat food, you see slightly our body temperature will be increased. Okay. So that is the
Yes, ma'am.
calorigenic activity of food. Whether we eat carbohydrates or proteins or fats, more with proteins and fats than carbohydrates, the body temperature will be slightly increased. That's nothing but specific dynamic action. Okay. Antivitamins are
Okay.
the substances which act against. So you have certain vitamin antagonist under each vitamin section. You can remember few names. Okay, we'll see
Okay,
once.
ma'am.
Okay, beta. Structure of sucrose and mechanism of detoxification. Okay. Uh, Mechanism of detoxification, I told you, no, beta. Hydrolysis, oxidation. Okay, I will go with which answer? Antivitamins, I'll take it. Antivitamins. Any vitamin if we open, I'm going with it. 116 page in my book. Yes, but we are in vitamins chapter only. See, this is, for
Yes, ma'am.
example, the
160.
huh, whatever vitamin if you open, you will see. Suppose now my page is on biotin beta. So under
Yes, ma'am.
biotin, you just look at the screen. Antagonist, desthiobiotin, biotic sulfonic acid, biotin antagonist. And these are vitamin antagonists. That means they will prevent the action of biotin. Similarly, now I
Ah,
am
yes, ma'am. One table is also given here for
okay.
vitamin K, dimethyl, warfarin,
Yeah, yeah.
for folic acid, diaminopterin,
Okay,
methotrexate.
nice, very good, very good. You just follow the table better. Okay. What is the vitamin and what is the antagonist? That has come for 3 marks. Okay, better?
Yes, ma'am.
Huh.
Okay.
So then what else is the questions we had? Structure of sucrose is easy only, no, but first chapter you have to just learn that usually structures won't be asked, but this time it was asked. Sometimes, very rarely, from the chemistry of carbohydrates, we can learn the structure of sucrose.
Okay, ma'am.
Did you find the structure?
Uh, I'm just in the chapter.
First chapter, very first chapter. Yes, beta, it is on
Yeah,
the
ma'am.
screen.
Page number
Just,
20.
page number 20. Just look at the screen. Glucose, fructose. Okay. 1,2 glycosidic linkage. Like that. Yeah. I think you are unable to see the screen, right?
Yeah, I can see in my. I'm seeing in the book only.
Okay, okay. No problem. Okay, then what is the next question? We have sucrose structure. Then
Mechanism of detoxification.
detoxification. Okay. What are the mechanisms? What are the various mechanisms we have? Oxidation, hydrolysis, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Xenobiotics is the name of chapter. Xenobiotics. 638 in my book.
What is the page number?
638 beta. Maybe it's yes. Just look at the screen beta, that's enough.
Okay.
You will understand. See here beta. It's only a 2 marker, no? See, you have to talk about this. Like xenobiotics means like whatever toxic chemicals are there in our body, they are just detoxified into safe end products. Okay, during our metabolism, many toxic chemical substances are produced, so they are detoxified by the mechanism of detoxification. This usually takes place in the liver. So we have phase 1 reactions and phase 2. So phase 1 oxidation, we have reduction, we have hydrolysis, we have. Okay. So
Okay.
after that, it undergoes conjugation. Best example, bilirubin UDP. You remember?
Yes, ma'am. UDP,
Bilirubin,
glucuronyl transferase, and bilirubin.
bilirubin
Bilirubin
diglucuronide.
diglucuronide. Yeah.
Very good, very good. That is the conjugated form, which is safe. Okay, and it is excreted. Like that, you have examples. Okay, so that is one of the example under this button. Okay, anyhow, it's
Okay,
only
ma'am.
for 3 marks. You have to give the flow chart. So only thing which is left over is what are the enzymes defective in galactosemia. Ritika, you checked for Niemann-Pick's disease.
She's not there, ma'am. Okay, she's there.
And galactosemia, you check better. Imad, you check. Galactosemia, Niemann-Pick's disease.
Ma'am, galactose 1-phosphate uridyl transferase.
Okay, very good, better. Check Niemann-Pick's disease 307 in my book.
Yes, ma'am, 307.
Beta, can you tell the enzyme name, please? What enzyme is defective?
Yes.
Sphingomyelinase.
Sphingomyelinase.
Okay, beta. So when will you write the exam, beta? Then you tell me your convenient day so that I will conduct one exam.